So, like, I really wanted to do a review of this. Like, it frustrates me that I have to put out a half-baked fucking video on Gears 4. Basically, what happened tonight is I had to refund the game. You guys might have saw my last video where I was ranting about the Windows Store and how I was having issues with Gears of War not installing the proper hard drives. I couldn't update the game. I couldn't play it. I eventually sorted it out. It took a long time to get the Windows Store to allow me to install it to the proper hard drive of my choice. I would hit install, it would just start to go to C, I would stop, cancel it, I would hit install, restarted my computer, restarted the Windows Store, I updated the Windows Store, like I tried everything, and then eventually I hit the install button on Gears, and it just gave me the choice. I don't know what I did. It was like I clicked it probably 4 or 5 times, different times, in between restarting the computer and trying to just make it work, and eventually it just did. Now, I didn't believe it, so I let it run overnight, and then I came back, and it actually worked. So that leads me to tonight, where I was going to finish the game. I was already halfway through Act 4. I had 1.5 acts to go. I was going to finish it and do the review. So the game is constantly crashing. I'm at the end of Act 4, and it crashes every time you're climbing to the top of the dam on the ladder. As soon as it activates a cutscene, it crashes. There's nothing you can do because you don't have access to the files like you do with Steam. So there's nothing I can do. You can't do anything. And eventually I said, fuck it. I had to refund it, which pisses me off. Because let's talk about Gears of War 4. Gears 4, from what I've played so far, is a fantastic experience. The multiplayer is top-notch. I'm inclined, from what I've played so far, to say that this is the best multiplayer Gears game ever. Ever. I was a huge advocate for Gears 3. This is better. It was so much fun to play. When we were playing during the early access event, the only problem is finding games. It just took forever. I'm sure now that the game's launched, that's a different story. I can't fucking play it. So I don't know. But the multiplayer was fucking top-notch. If you were a Gears of War fan, you owe it to yourself to play for that multiplayer experience. Now, they've added more weapons. I didn't even get a chance to check out all of the maps. But just that gameplay, it's so good. The way that they designed some of the maps, the Lancer is actually effective, which is fantastic. It's always a Gnasher war, not in this one. They made everything actually be useful. Now, in terms of the new weapons they've used, the Buzzkill, I'm not a fan. The Drop Shot, not a fan. I'm not a fan of the new weapons. And maybe I just had to play it longer to get used to it. Unfortunately, that's not an option now. But the new weapons, just based on my first impressions, not a fan. I'll stick to my Gnasher Lancer. That's all I need. But the multiplayer was solid as fuck. Horde, I never even got to play. I was waiting to do 50 waves with my boys. And I can't. So that fucking pisses me off because Horde 3.0 looked amazing. But I don't know. I'm so fucking pissed off because this game's, from what I played, everything is just good. The campaign, there are some things that I would have changed. The fact that JD is basically a roided out Nathan Drake. He's very sarcastic, and to me, like, I get it. You want the right. This is the new wave. Like, new characters are coming in. The ways change. But when I played Gears, it was a lot more serious toned, and JD doesn't really do that. So it's just something I got to get used to. I'm still not used to it. Now, again, I had 1 act left. What I've played so far is decent for the campaign, the story. Now, here's the thing. We saw the trailers building up with the Disturbed Sound of Silence trailer where JD's running into his father's hands and Anya's there. It felt so emotional. You know what I mean? They built this up to be some emotional, fucking driven story. We see the trailer that dropped here last week, the launch trailer, or like 2 weeks ago, and it shows Marcus getting shot and he's getting sucked up and, oh, Dad, no! It wasn't like that. JD works as the comic relief, but he's the main character, so it set the entire tone for the story to be a lot less serious than the other games. And that's it. I haven't finished it, and I don't know if I ever will myself. I'll just have to watch a Let's Play to fucking fill me in on the rest. But so far, the story was decent. I still think it was weaker then like I remember playing Gears 2 and Gears 2 and 3. The stories were like, oh shit, like this is amazing. Like Gears 3, when Dom died, I don't think there's a, now again, I haven't finished it, so there might be some shit at the end that I'm like, oh fuck. But up until Act 4, it felt like a very less serious Gears 3. And that's it. The new characters, I'm not a fan. Kate and Del and JD, there's no connection. I didn't know Del's name until 20 minutes ago. Like, I probably did. I just didn't recall it. You know, because he's so insignificant to the story that who cares? You know, this whole Windows Store thing really fucked me. I was planning on doing an entire review for this, but I can't because I haven't put enough time into it to pull that shit off. And last weekend we were doing Mafia, so I could put the video out for that. And knowing what I know now, I should have did Gears first. But hindsight, you know. If you're looking to get Gears, if you're a fan of Gears, I think you owe it to yourself to play for that multiplayer. The story, I don't think you need it. But if you're a Gears fan, I think you'll enjoy it. The gameplay is solid as fuck. It's Gears through and through. Horde, haven't touched it, so I can't even give an opinion on it. So this is basically like a fucking first impression because Microsoft really fucked around on this. And that's it. Like, I'm pissed. Honestly, like, I'm sorry that I keep saying and I'm fucking pissed off. And I don't want to make another video taking away from the positive things that I got from Gears 4, but it fucking pisses me off. Gears 4 is a solid game. And it ran so good on PC, aside from the consistent crashing at the end of Act 4. It ran 60 FPS. It was smooth as shit. But I can't finish it. So that's where we're at. If you guys are Gears fans, pick it up. If you're not Gears fans, I really think this is like the one to bring you in so you can see top-notch gameplay. If you're wondering like what the gameplay of Gears is like, this is the one to try because this is the most tuned, this is the most polished, this is the pinnacle of Gears 4 gameplay. So take my rant about Windows Store with a grain of salt. Just focus on the fact that Gears 4 was a good fucking game. And with multiplayer to boot, the replay value is there. I'm curious to see if the community is going to stick by this and actually support it again. And if we're going to see a Gears of War competitive scene. I honestly doubt it, which is unfortunate because this, in my opinion, is the best multiplayer that we have seen in Gears. But I mean that remains to be seen at this point. Everybody's playing it on Twitch, so that's my, I guess, first impressions, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't provide an entire fucking review for this. It pisses me off. But if you guys are looking to get Gears, this, like, get it. Like, if you even have an inkling, just get it. You will not be disappointed. The campaign right now, based on the fact that I had another act to do, is going to be about 6 to 7 hours. So yeah, that's my fucking video. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really pissed off because, you know, we earn that money on Twitch. Like this was community donations. A lot of people don't realize what that rant was about. This was community donations for me to get Gears 4 so I could provide coverage for it and do the review and stream it. And we can't. So I got the refund and I'm going to be turning that into something that I can fucking play and that I can stream that you guys are going to enjoy. So that's where we're at. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Big Fry. Fuck Windows Store. And I'll see you on the next one.